And that's not to say, my opinion rules all and this is what we need to do to make the game better. I'm not saying that. As a community, we should come together and figure out what's better to make the game better, but we can't come together, bro. It's so divided. There's such a toxic community. No matter what 2K you play, the randoms always have the ability and will ruin your experience. They always have the power to ruin your experience. We should set forth some kind of punishment for toxicity. We can't have people selling the game though. We can't have people like staying out of bounds. We can't have people playing buddy ball either. Like, we got to be able to regulate, and it's so hard to figure that out, but I hope one day we can. NBA 2K24 has the best gameplay that we've had since 2K19. I'm talking strictly off gameplay. And some of y'all just had an aneurysm because y'all still think 2K20 was a really good 2K. So in today's video, we're going to be watching every 2K from 2K19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, all from my footage, the same player playing on all these games. We're going to be going over the pros and cons of each 2K so I can let y'all remember the bads of the previous 2Ks, and we're going to be doing a little bit of Q&A from a Twitter post that I've made a few days ago. Is 2K24 perfect? Not even in the slightest, but is it better than what we've had in the previous years? 100%. So look, I got all these tabs up. We got some studying to do, right? This is footage from my Derrick Rose build that I just put out like maybe a few days ago before recording this. I'm going to leave everything muted so I'm not talking over. But the gameplay, even when like I'm doing left stick cancels and left trigger cancels and stuff like that, the gameplay, just look at the gameplay visually. Just look at it visually. And some clips don't speak for the entire year. Yes, 2K24 has bad things about it, and we'll also go over them. But I just want y'all to watch 2K23's gameplay real quick. And I could show you guys better gameplay from like a realism sim player, but just watch this gameplay. I'm showing footage from me every year. Just watch this gameplay, and whenever we watch the gameplays from previous 2Ks, you tell me if it's better or not. So we just seen 2K24 Derrick Rose build. This is 2K23 Derrick Rose build, and like, just look at the difference in gameplay. 2K23 was alright, but look at the gameplay. I think 23 was better than 22, and we'll talk about that later. But let me explain myself before you guys hop in the comments and jam away at the keyboard. Watch this. Like, okay. Acrobat. It's really similar. These are really similar clips to the clips I just showed in 2K24. But even look at the burst out. Like, why is the burst out so, from a realistic standpoint? But realistic isn't always what's best for the game. I understand that, and we'll talk about that even. But just look at the burst out and how jagged it is. Like, 2K24 is so much more visually pleasing than 2K23, 100%. And the dunk meter in 23, I'm getting ads on my own video. The dunk meter in 23 was broken. There was a lot of broken things, and we'll talk about that soon. I got some notes pulled up of broken things through all the 2Ks just to help y'all remember the previous years. But look at the gameplay here, right? You have the Asta slide, you had the Russell Westbrook cross, and there's still exploits in 2K24, but 2K24 has the least amount of exploits that we've had in previous years. Yes, we have the Kobe jab step that not a lot of people abuse, and casual gameplay like the rec, it's very rare you come across that. Yes, we have the Jamal Murray behind the back in there. And yes, we have still the LeBron hop back or the John Wall, Chris, Paul step back. But we have little exploits available to use in 2K24. That also comes with not a lot of dribble moves being useful in 2K24, and we'll also go over that. So we have a lot of things to go over, but you can't look at 2K23 and tell me that 2K24 gameplay isn't better. Now, backtracking to 2K22, because a lot of people like 2K22. And I remember going back to NBA 2K22 before they closed the servers because I loved the dribbling on NBA 2K22, but NBA 2K22 was broken too. I know I'm missing things on this, but 2K23 has 6'9" demigods. Fading from 3 was the best logical shot and like the biggest screen window you could have. Limitless takeoff was in the game. That's a headache, along with the 6'9" demigods. The builds in there were OP. I don't get why people like the 23 builder. The dunk meter was overpowered. There was quick drops in multiple years before 2K24. And that's only listing a few of what made 2K23 not the best. 2K23 wasn't too bad either, especially at the time, but 2K24 is definitely better than 23. Going down to 22, I remember going back to 22 before the server shut down. I hated it, bro. The sniper, the contest system was terrible. People are saying the contest system is, bad this year. It's always never been perfect, but I want to show you guys something. The contest system on 2K22 was insane. Shout out to G-Man. Look at the contest system right here on 22. 22 had the side-to-side movement. That's why adrenaline was brought into the game, because OP side-to-side movement. 2K22 with adrenaline might have been a better game. I'm not going to lie. But I remember going back, people were hitting hella contested. The side-to-side movement was crazy OP fast on offense. People started making glitch builds. Look at this contest I got right here, bro.
I got you.
Well, I'll play it with audio. Who cares? There's no music, I don't think. Look at this contest system right here, bro.
I got your left.
Like, I'm behind the screen, I'm on the screen, but I'm getting a 23 and he's breaking his back, falling backwards. 2K22, the contest system was worse than 24. In 2K24, if you have low perimeter, you really won't get that good of contest. Is 2K24's shot contest system perfect? Absolutely not. Everything needs touch on, but I think it has improved beyond the years. And watching 2K22, it's like the dribbling was gas. You could explode out of moves and stuff like that, but the gameplay visually wasn't pleasing. It's not as smooth as 2K24. Oh, but you had multiple moves, and we'll talk about that over 2K24 too. I mean, it could definitely improve with dribbling, because like there isn't a lot of effective moves. That's why a lot of people going to the few exploits that are in the game. But we'll talk about that later. But you can't tell me this is more visually pleasing than 2K24. 2K24 looks smooth whenever you look at it. It does have input delay, so whenever you're playing it doesn't feel the best, but it is really smooth. But let me power through this. 2K21 was terrible. Like we all know that. We all know that. 2K21? Hold up. 2K21? I mean, even looking at it, 2K21 was probably the worst 2K I've played. Like, I'd rather play 2K18 over 21. The next gen, it was unplayable on launch. Like, next gen consoles were coming out, so it is what it is. But the skipping, whenever somebody would talk, because people owned affiliations and stuff like that, or whatever it was, there was everything would chop, bro. Like, 2K21 was bad. It was stiff. The gameplay sucked. Hold up, y'all gotta see this. I put it at 2x speed just so we can get through it, but this is one score gameplay. I mean, builds were broken on 21 too. That just went in. Like, there's fluky shit that happens every 2K though. But like, all it was curry slide, speed boost, contact dunks were insane on 21. I don't have to talk about 21 too much. Everybody knows that that was really bad 2K. Some people like 21, and that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Like 21 was, damn. Yo, how many boards am I gonna get that possession? Oh damn. 21 was bad gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. Hopping on to 2K20. Listen, bro. G-Man, Ticino, all them carried this year. They carried 2K20, bro. I promise you they carried. I promise you 2K20 was not a good game. The same thing happened. I tried to go back on 2K20 because it was so good and make a video on it, and we played it before the servers went down. It felt so slow and so clunky. We had the same park as 2K19, which wasn't a good park. Hop steps were broken, literally broken. Everybody had the same builds. The two-way slashing playmaker, literally, like everybody had that build. There was no build diversity, and you couldn't even get a game in the park if you were a high overall or a high rep, because everybody ran from games. It felt so slow, like so slow and slow clunky. Like everybody just had the hezzy, size up, they'd speed boost. The cool thing about 20 was you could stop on a dime, but the gameplay of 20, bro, I promise you can't watch this shit and tell me, why am my shit freezing? You can't watch this shit and tell me it's more visually pleasing than 2K24. You can't do it. It doesn't matter which way you chop it up. And ankle breakers this year, bro, it was just a snatchback. Even ankle breakers this year, ankle breakers been bad since 19. I'm not gonna lie. I used to make people torque and play take, bro. But 20, ankle breakers were ass. It was just a snatchback. 21, they didn't exist. 22 and 24, or I'm thinking of 23. 24, it's like you can get an ankle breaker instantly, just like you could in 20, but instead of a snatchback, you have to do a hop jumper and takeover, or a spin shot and takeover. You get it every time. And once you know you can get it every time from doing a move that's not even like that, like you're not cooking your defender, it's not like rewarding. It's rewarding, but it doesn't feel good to break somebody's ankle off of like a hop jumper. Like I do this hop jumper, I know I'm gonna break them, and I shoot it because I got takeover. The ankle breakers haven't been good since 19. I'm not gonna lie. But everybody had like the same builds, hop stepping demons, the Kobe between the legs, size up, hezzy, speed boost. Like 20 felt so ass when I went back to it, bro. Like 20 was not a good 2K. Like just look at my shit bugging unless it just chopped it. Look, you can't tell me this dribbling like that slow ass behind the back speed boost. That was like kind of like a cross launch from 24, but like you can't tell me this shit looks better. Like people hated 2K20. Like y'all don't remember, people hated 2K20. Nobody liked 2K20. It wasn't until it wasn't until COVID where everybody stayed home. I'm on with the homies, so I enjoyed it. And there was COVID, and Ticino started carrying that year. G-Man carried when he did upload. Like the content creators really carried 2K20. I promise you, bro. 20 was not that good as people glorify it to be. I can actually get some clips, like some selected clips. These are the end of the year, so this is like peak dribbling. The dope thing was you could stop on a dime and stuff. These, look a little better. These clips are a little bit better than, what we see, but like still, like it's like 2K20 was so clunky, bro. Like you can't tell me this is better. I'm over dribbling like a bitch, but you can't tell me this was better than 24. Snatchback. The ankle breaker animations were awesome, bro. But they always came off a snatchback. So it's like, what are you gonna do, bro? Like they always came off a snatchback. The animations were dope, always came off a snatchback. It's like anybody could get an ankle breaker type shit. And it was consistent with the snatchback. So it's like 2K21 or 2K20 felt hella clunky, hella slow when I went back to it, bro. And I couldn't even like stay on it before the servers went down. But 20, I don't think it's a good 2K, bro. Y'all can comment down below why y'all think it's a good 2K, but I promise y'all it is not what y'all remember it to be. I'm gonna open up Twitter and do this Q&A. Hopefully nobody's getting slaughtered or no porn pops up. I'm gonna stay on my post. But look, this is the 2K24. 2K24's gameplay is visually better. They have a weird city and environment. They need more vibrant, realistic courts. It's like nobody even plays park anymore. Everybody plays rec. It'd be dope for rec to have a change in scenery too. Input delay came this year. I'd imagine it came with crossplay. The input delay is ass for sure. The dribbling isn't too good this year. Like the sim moves are cool and you can make it look good, but the dribbling overall, you can't burst out of any dribble moves. The breakdown combos are so dope. And it's like the change in pace, it could be dope, but you can't explode out of these moves. Like 19, you could explode out of anything. You were explosive no matter what. And it's like you can't use these breakdown combos in a very competitive setting. You can only use escape moves, the Jamal Murray behind the back, and the hopbacks, right? So it would be dope if 2K25 we could explode out of more moves. And it's not as bad now because people can't exploit the side to side movement. So offense can be fast again because they can't side to side because of adrenaline bars. But we also have defense fast, and there's a lot of defensive badges added to 2K24, like immovable enforcer, 94 feet. Defense really, sped up this year too. If we can make offense fast and defense fast, we can have a faster paced game, which faster pace usually means more fun. I will say the passing and the catching needs work for sure. The passing IQ, like people just throw into their defender's chest. I'll have a defender in front of me, and I'll be trying to throw a cut, and I'll throw it off like the defender's guarding me. I'll throw it off his like elbow or his chest or his face or his gut, something like that, and that is irritating. I don't know what happened to the passing this year, but it did start happening this year. I think the dunk meter was improved, but the logic needs a little bit of work. I think it's better than 2K23, but it needs a little bit of work. I think if there's a 5'7" guy under the rim and you got 94 driving dunk coming in, you shouldn't get a little meter. Like I think the logic should be defensive based too. We need to penalize these guys for not putting defense on their build. We need to make it hell for them so they stop it. I hate the meta. The meta came in like 2K21 where it's, playmaker sharpshooter or playmaker shot creator, lockdown, and then, a back end or a big man build. That meta ruined gameplay and made it so repetitive. We need to get these guys to stop making defensive liabilities. And whenever they can contest shots or like they can have some impact or play any level of defense with like a 58 perimeter, that's ass. Like everybody on the court should be able to shoot over them. Everybody on the court should be able to blow by them. Everybody on the court should be able to, you know, lay the ball over them with like 70s, 80s ratings. I think the rewards are oversaturated. Everybody knows this, especially, you know, spinning the wheel. I got like 14 watches and stuff like that, bro. And like there's so many transportation. And it's tough to get rewards in the game, because like no matter what it's gonna be, the game's gonna get repetitive because it's just a basketball game. And rewards is tough to be creative with, because like you don't want to make somebody overpowered on the court, but you can't give too many rewards that don't involve basketball. And the rec matchmaking, I don't know if it got better this year. I think it got worse this year, I'm not gonna lie. I seen the intention. 5 randoms could potentially load up and play against a full 5-stack run zone, and that's bad. But this year, you could have a duo and an AI play against a 5-stack. So it didn't really solve the problem that the community was having. I think they should have one door for people that are running a 5-stack. 5-stack should always play against a 5-stack. And then maybe like, it's tough. You know, if it was easy to figure out, they would have figured it out by now. But like you can't have two duos and an AI playing against a 5-stack, and you can't have randoms playing against a 5-stack. And 5-stacks just getting free wins. People are going to exploit anything. They exploit the 92 under overall. They try to play bums in there. They try to play fresh builds in there. They'll leave their build at 92 under overall. And people will exploit anything. But there are less exploits in the game. And it does have better looking gameplay. But I want to hear from you guys. So I put out a post saying I'm doing a video later about the older 2Ks, going over the gameplay changes. What did I ask? Do you think 2K has gotten worse over the last few years? Why or why not? Please go over ankle breakers. Ever since 21 next gen, ankle breaker animations are nothing like what they used to. Yeah, the 20 animations were insane, as we've seen dudes falling on the ground. But I don't think the way... I think they should go back to 2K19 ankle breaker system, where you could do a bunch of different moves and you could have, you know, an ankle breaker or a wobble. Not the tight handles wobble that does this shit. What the fuck is this shit? Even that's in the game this year. 22, that was a bad thing on 22 too. You had that tight handles wobble animation. That shit was terrible, bro. There's no move that somebody's doing in front of me where I'm like this. This is what I'm doing. There's no move. I want to see like a quick, like, I don't know, bro. The ankle breakers, if you're in takeover and you do like some crazy move where they're going this way and I'm going this way, it should be some type of animation, and I think the animation should get better. Maybe people should fall on the ground. I don't know. But moving on, my man says ghost contest. We've seen ghost contest before. I think the shot contest is better this year than it has been for the past few years. Random speed ups and slowdowns, that does suck. I hate that. 6'10 and up doesn't get good jump shots. Yeah, that's 100% correct, bro, and I hate that. I hate that. That's why I just made a 6'9 dribbler instead of a 6'10 dribbler again. Ankle breakers we went over, dribbling we went over, passing we went over. Green or miss system, I like that system. I think the 2K22 make whites with sniper and all that, I don't like that. Delayed greens is, you know, iffy. I did like the older greens better, where you greened automatically. They said they made the greens delayed to, you know, protect fast breaks or people running on the break. People still run on the break. It is what it is. Do me a favor, look at more than gameplay, including how the ratings have changed, inflation of 80 plus overalls, and cover my NBA, my GM, my league. So I'm not big into these, so I probably can't comment on that, but I can comment on the inflation of VC prices. The best way I can say it without getting too political is the economy sucks right now, of everywhere. Back in 2K19, bro, I could go to McDonald's and get a McChicken for $1. I could eat a meal for $3, bro. 4-for-4s were a thing 2 years ago. They're not a thing anymore, bro. It's like groceries now, houses and rent are 3 times the cost as they were 5 years ago. This is the worst inflation we've ever seen, and it's happening everywhere. It's not just 2K. 2K is a money-hungry game for sure. Other games aren't as demanding of money to play the game, but guys are spending a lot of money on Madden, on Call of Duty, on Fortnite. And the thing is, I wish I could max my build out with $50. I wish I could do it, but the way the world has changed and the inflation climbed, I understand it. It sucks. We live in a shitty time, and I don't know if it's going to get any better from here, but I understand it. I understand it, bro. We live in a tough time, bro. I'm not justifying the VC prices, but we live in a tough time. Yes, it's a new meta every year. Only certain animations work. Input delay, we went over that. Canned animations are still in the game. 50% control of your my players. I hate the how you kind of feel like you lose control of your my play. AI either over 10 or can't guard a wall, and can't guard a wall, or 10 for 10 on Michael Jordan. Listen, I think AI's improved from last year. I think they need better jump shots because the centers be having troll jump shots, or they just be having hella slow jump shots. I hate loading up. I hate loading in with an AI and they just double me. In the 2K23, AI couldn't hit broadside of a barn. 2K24, he can hit, and you have to respect the AI. I do think they're a little too OP, especially on defense, because if you get an AI guarding you, that's another thing about this rec matchmaking. If you get an AI guarding you, you're falling asleep that game. You're in a 30-minute rec game, and you're falling asleep because you can't do anything on offense. They're complete lockdowns. I like that they're able to shoot, so it causes less double teams, but the defense on them, like, we should be able, not exploit them, not like do a hop back and be able to shoot, because that was another thing in 23, but we should be able to do something against them. I think 2K trying to take leaps forward, but it needs to take a few steps back to make a solid game. Uncle Demi explained this in his vid. I haven't watched his vid yet. I've heard it was really good. A lot of the top games are free to play, and it's fun. It's attractive in the ability of grinding, and it's user friendly. Of 100%, if it was free and my friends could pay $50, they wouldn't have to buy the game and pay another $50 to $70 to start. But if they could just download the game, especially on launch, because launch day would go nuts if it was free, and they could spend $20, $50 to get started, it would be a lot better. It would be a lot more user friendly. That would be dope. As far as 2K trying to take leaps forward, 2K every single year is always just little things away from being an amazing game and a top tier game. It's always little things, but I think they are listening to the community a little bit more. So hopefully, I feel like we've been getting better every year, just little by little. They do have little loopholes that Badge Plug communicates really well in his videos about how they're doing something. They're really intelligent businessmen, 100%. And Badge Plug be on them about some loopholes they be doing. So definitely watch those videos. But as far as gameplay, I've liked the gameplay better and better every year. This year, shooting needed to be harder, 100%. They did have, I seen somebody said the shooting needs to be harder, and then other people were saying, well, the shooting was harder, but you guys cried to make it easier, and that's not true. Shooting was broken in Pro-Am, 100% broken in Pro-Am, but rec and stuff, everybody could shoot fine. Park and theater, everybody could shoot fine. It was just Pro-Am was weird, and I don't know how to explain it, but Pro-Am just didn't make sense with the shooting, so it needed a fix. A lot of people are saying bring back archetypes or bring back pie charts, and I think that couldn't be further than what the game needs. Like, people just people have been asking for a freeform builder forever. 2K23 wasn't the best form of that. 2K22 definitely wasn't the best form of that. I think the builder is getting better every year. I don't think we should have these crazy demigods that can do everything. People hated that in 2K23. And going back to pie charts, it's like, whenever, I specifically remember whenever we had pie charts or archetypes, I would have a useless rating that I didn't want. Like, I don't want this. I remember I could have, everybody talked about how archetypes and pie charts could be better with a freeform builder. Everybody talked about, I have this useless attribute. I wish I could, tweak this or, do this to my build. Like, freeform builder is 100 times better in my opinion. Is 2K24 perfect? It's tough to make a perfect game. Every game has something wrong with it. It definitely can be better, 100%. But the community has to get better at communicating to the devs on how it can get better. Don't be biased because you have a certain play style or whatnot. We really have to come together and figure out what's best for the game, because the community is so divided. So if 2K listens to one side of they can't listen to one side of the community because the other side will just get mad or put the game down. I still think to this day 2K19 is the best 2K I've played. The second part of 2K19 after they fixed the shots contest system, with the stretches going crazy first half of the year, and after they fixed pushing. After that, I think the dribbling and the explosiveness. I've always been a realistic dribbler, not like realistic dribbler, but I I've never been much of a glitchy dribbler, like the spin backs and the you know what I mean when I say glitchy dribbler. I've been more of a G-man style, bandit style dribbler where I stand still and I catch my defender's momentum going one way and I can explode and go the other way. Like this dribbling right here, I don't necessarily love spamming or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I just love this style of dribbling. If you could give me this style of dribbling, give me adrenaline so people can't spam side to side. But give me this style of dribbling. You could leave the momentum behind the back out, all the glitchy moves. You can leave all that stuff out. Just give me this type of explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? Give me I can, do a cross this way, or I could slow down the pace. I could slow down, and then I can get quick, and then I can explode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. Like, 2K23 had it messed up too, where the stop and go was the best move in the game. It's tough to get a middle, because you don't want somebody that can just stop and go and be fast as shit. Way faster than the defense. Defense needs to be fast, and defense needs to be good in the game. Like, whenever a good defender comes up against a good guard, it needs to be a solid matchup and a fun matchup to watch and witness. But 2K24 has these dope breakdown combos. They have so many dribbling animations. I just wish I could explode out of them. Why? Like, I just wish, especially like the dribbling, bro, on 24. I love the gameplay. I love how it looks. But why, when I get a build with 40 acceleration and 25 speed with ball, it's speed boosting the same as a build with 75 speed with ball and 77 acceleration? Like, what? It is just such a headache. 2K24 has so many dribble moves, and I think the 24 dribbling is better than 23 just because how many dribble moves it has, but I feel like it could be amazing. I feel like 24 dribbling could be amazing with the animations that it has if you could be a threat with those animations. Like, I can do a regular breakdown combo or aggressive breakdown combo, but I can't really it's like you can't really be a threat out of them. The only good moves in 24 is the escape crosses and the pro dribble style, like quick speed boost, and the LeBron hopback. Like, everybody, you see those three moves in competitive settings so much. Like, give me this gameplay with a free form builder that I can choose my build however I want. Because if people are spending money on a build, they're going to want to choose how they want to make that build. I think the freeform builder is a W. I think we should stick with that, my opinion. But give me a freeform builder, take out the exploits, and give me this style of offense. I don't know what he's doing right now. It looks kind of ugly. But give me that style of offense and give me really good defense. And defense got really improved this year. It was a big W with all those, you come up against a fat lock, 95, movable, or 95 strength for a movable enforcer, still fast and stuff like that. Got hella pickpocket, or was it glove and right stick ripper. You get it, come up against a lock like that, they could be a headache, and as they should, bro. You can mismatch hunt from there and get more diverse gameplay. But also, you come up against a lock that's ass at the game, you can still cook his ass. So I'm not a fan of glitchy dribbling. I don't know if that helps or worsens the gameplay. I just want realistic, quick dribbling with like really good defense, fast offense, fast defense. Be able to stop like the 24. If you lab up the quick stops, it's a W, but like you mess it up a lot, so it's not usable as much. That's why you don't see it a lot. But I should be able to stop way faster than I'm able to on 24. There's so many times where I'm wide open and I stop, or I try to stop, and the defender can catch back half the court, half the half court length, and contest the shot, just because I have to really set my feet. And sometimes I'll really try to set my feet and I'll still get a fade, bro, because it takes forever to set your feet. Take out the tight handle, take out the stun animations. They took out tight handles, but there's still that stun animation. That shit is so goofy, bro. Bring back ankle breakers, where people like these little ankle breakers that they're getting, bro. Bring that back instead of that little stun bullshit. Like, I've seen multiple stuns happen in a row, in a possession, in a single possession. And that's how people are getting open, bro. Like, no, bro. But bring back this style of, I loved this style of offense, bro. Like, I even loaded up 19 a few days ago, bro. And the dribbling and just the movement on that thing, bro. Like, I'm biased. I love 19, bro. Some people might not love it. But this is the offense that I love. And that's not to say, you know, my opinion rules all and this is what we need to do to make the game better. I'm not saying that. You know, as a community, we should come together and figure out what's better to make the game better. But we can't come together, bro. It's so divided. There's such a toxic community. No matter what 2K you play, the randoms always have the ability and will ruin your experience. They always have the power to ruin your experience. We should set forth some kind of punishment for toxicity. Some kind, and I'm not talking like I'm soft. I was in the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies as a 9-year-old. I heard everything, right? But I'm not saying like people shouldn't be able to talk to people in a certain way and whatnot. But like, there definitely should be no racist shit in there. But we can't have people selling the game, though. We can't have people like staying out of bounds. We can't have people playing buddy ball either. Like, we got to be able to regulate, and it's so hard to figure that out, but I hope one day we can. But I'm pretty much just ranting. I hope this video isn't crazy long, bro. But listen, comment your opinions down below. What is your favorite 2K and why? What would make 2K25 better and why? What do you like and don't like about 2K24? Why? Comment that all down below, bro. And hey man, I mean, let me know what y'all think about the gameplays. Hopefully, you know, I can bring some people together. I'm really a hybrid in the middle. Like, I'm not a crazy, I don't want cheese dribbling in the game, but I also need some better offensive movement. It's just, I'm like a hybrid, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I like dribbling. I love dribbling, but I think 24 gameplay is the best. I don't think the 24 dribbling is the best, but I think the gameplay is visually better in 24. Just a whole lot of, you know, mixed thoughts that you don't catch somebody, you know, really 100% on. So please comment your views, your opinions down below, man. Maybe, you know, we can chit chat about that. But that is going to wrap up today's video. So, hey, man, it's my opinion. It is what it is, man. My opinion isn't, you know, the highest opinion. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But I'll keep up the content, man. Give it the love. I appreciate you guys for everything you've given me. Appreciate God for everything. And I'll catch you on the next one.